Oh. Howdy everyone, Logan Samuel here, and welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be talking about the importance of budgeting and how to set up killer budgets that help you achieve your financial goals. So relating back to you guys, are you new in your financial journey and looking to understand more about the budgeting process and how to set up great budgets for you? Or do you feel like you're spending too much and don't have the financial visibility to understand where to cut back? Or maybe you have a great budget and you're just looking for ideas and motivation on sticking with it. If yes to any of these, then this video will be perfect for you. Specifically, we'll be going through 1, how to set up and create a new budget, and 2, I'll share a little bit about my budgeting process, and hopefully that's inspiration or motivation for you in your financial freedom journey. Digging into it, I want to start by sharing a statistic. The NFCC, the National Foundation for Credit Counseling in the United States, ran a study in 2020 and found that only 31% of respondents reported having a detailed monthly budget. Only 31%. That's crazy. So I want to give you guys kudos and say, in setting up and following through on your detailed monthly budgets, you're already putting yourself ahead of 69% of folks in the US. You're already giving yourself a huge leg up on achieving your financial goals. Budgeting is critical on your journey to financial freedom. If you've watched my last video, episode 3, Setting Your Financial Goals, then you will have outlined and identified your target savings number. Budgeting and this video will help you stick with and achieve that plan. So, how should you set up your budget? Well, I think there are a few overarching principles that we should start with. These come from YNAB, by the way, which is a great app, absolutely fantastic app, and I use it every day. But the rules are, 1, give every dollar a job. So right when you get it, make sure you put your money towards something in your budget and only spend money that you have. 2 is embrace your true expenses. So if you know a big payment's coming or a big charge is coming, make sure you save up a little bit along the way. For example, if you know you're going to spend $1,000 in Christmas, make sure to save a little bit each month before having a $1,000 hit come December. And 3, roll with the punches. So every now and then you're going to miss something in your budget, or you may miss something in your budget. But know that over time, if you stick with your budget, it'll pay off big time. Great. Now that we understand the principles, let's get into how to tactically set up your budget. So how I think about it is I would open up Excel or Google Sheets. And I would have 3 categories. I would start at the top with income, so your monthly income. Then I would have your expenses, and I typically break this up into 2 categories: recurring monthly expenses and annual expenses. So my recurring monthly expenses would be things like rent, subscriptions, haircuts, cell phone bills, etc. My annual expenses, I would put things like money I want to save for travel, money I want to save to upgrade my iPhone or computer, or annual credit card fees, etc. Those big annual expenses. And then lastly, your 3rd category is your annual savings. So if you take your income minus your expenses, then you get your savings. This is your on path to financial freedom category. Great. So now that we've done that overview, I'd like to share my budget with you all. Now, this is the budget that I use every year to help plan and project out how much I expect to save that year. Now, I'm doing this for 2 reasons. 1 is to be open and honest with you on my financial journey, but also to hopefully serve as inspiration or motivation. Now, Caleb Hammer, Graham Stevens, Shelby Church, Nisha, and a number of other YouTubers have done the same or been open and honest about their financial journey. And I found it quite motivational or quite exciting and stimulating for me. And I hope that I can do the same for you. So thank you, and let's dig into it. Great. From the top. Okay, so this is my actual annual budget that I'm using this year, or working off of this year. As you can see, it's split out into the same categories we talked about earlier. So revenue, routine monthly expenses, annual expenses, and financial freedom savings, or my savings that I expect to make this year. It's also broken out monthly versus annualized. So monthly and annualized income and expenses. Starting with revenue, my routine after-tax income is roughly $8,500 per month. Then moving to routine monthly expenses, I pay roughly $1,500 a month for an apartment on average. My weekend food and fun is roughly $600 per month, which is roughly $150 per week. Then subscriptions are $23 per month, quite low. Gym is roughly $50 per month. $20 a month in cell phone, $20 a month in haircut. Renter's insurance of $15, apartment extras of $75. This is things like toilet paper, Wi-Fi, you name it. I've got car insurance at $40 and gas at $100. Luckily, I travel quite a bit for work, so this 100 is actually quite low in California. And then that brings my monthly total expenses to $2,400 per month, or roughly $29,000, $30,000 per year. Now, moving on to my annual expenses, I've got travel and fun, which is at $9,200. Now, typically I try to make this 10% of my after-tax income minus my Amex Gold Card and Amex Platinum annual fees per year. So that comes out to $9,250 per month, or per year. Then Christmas gifts, I've got $1,200 per year. Birthday gifts and other gifts, I've got $600 per year. I've got a big family, so a lot of gifts. Charity, I give at least $1,000 per year to charity. This is a reminder to hit the like button. Thank you. Heart. American Express Platinum and American Express Gold cards. So these are my annual fees for those two cards. Then health, I budget roughly $125 per year for miscellaneous health expenses. Luckily, I have pretty good insurance, so those are oftentimes quite low. Clothes, I budget $1,100 per year on clothes. Then miscellaneous, I've got $1,750. And miscellaneous category includes whatever I want at the time. I've purchased a road bike, new snowboard gear. Last year, I almost bought a kite surfing equipment. So that's like my fun category. Icon Pass, I budget $12.99 for an Icon Pass each year. I grew up in Park City, Utah. I'm a huge skier and snowboarder. iPhone upgrade. So every 3 years, I plan to upgrade my iPhone, which is roughly $400 per month. And then YNAB annual fee, which I absolutely love YNAB. I mentioned it earlier and think it's totally worth the fee. So that brings my total annual expenses to roughly $1,500 per month, or a little over or close to $18,000 per year. Bringing total expenses, monthly routine and then annual expenses combined, to be roughly $4,000 per month, or $47,000 per year. So that means savings wise, this year I'm projecting to save roughly $4,500 per month, or roughly $55,000 on the year. So wish me luck. We'll see how it goes. Fantastic. So that was my actual annual budget. I hope you guys found that useful. Now let's move on to how you can track and manage your budget throughout the year. Once you've gone through the exercise of filling out your budget in Excel, I highly recommend that you get a zero-based budgeting app. This will help you monitor and hold yourself accountable throughout the year. Now remember, you're doing this so that you can achieve your financial goals and achieve financial freedom. For me, I use the app called YNAB, as you obviously saw in my budget, and I find it incredibly useful. I'll have a link down in the description below so you can get your first month free off of YNAB. But also, I think any zero-based budgeting app should do the trick. And by zero-based budgeting, I mean two things. I mean that old envelope style of budgeting where every dollar you have gets put toward a job, whether that's rent or savings or, car payment, etc. It goes somewhere in your budget. And two, you don't spend more money than you have. Fantastic. Okay, to summarize what we've learned today, I think there are two primary takeaways. First, creating and setting a budget is a critical step on your journey to financial freedom. And in doing so, you're giving yourself a huge leg up in achieving your financial goals. Second, remember the 3 overarching rules of budgeting. First, every dollar gets a job, and don't spend more than you have. 2, embrace your true expenses. And 3, roll with the punches. All right, now in closing, thank you again for watching this if you made it this far. If you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Hopefully it's not too much work on your end, but it really does mean a lot to me and helps out a ton with the YouTube algorithm. So I would really appreciate it. And also, I'm trying to learn as much as I can in this process. So please comment, give me tips, give me thoughts, whatever. I promise to reply and respond to every comment made on this video. So thank you again, much love, and adios.